What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters? I'm One Eye Bright, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about the Walking Dead Season 11 Part 2 trailer and who are these two. Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead. We're going to talk about these two characters, our theories, our speculation, and break down the trailer again. It's a good trailer. It's just got us thinking, like, what's up with Part 2 of The Walking Dead Season 11. As always, let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. We like to hear the input from you guys. Maybe you guys come up with ideas. Agree, disagree, it's all good. And either way, hit that subscribe button if you have already. Thanks, guys. Now we have a trailer breakdown with this thumbnail right here. And we watched the trailer a couple times, break down the stills of it, and we have our theories right there. But we're going to break down a couple different specific things. As always, guys, like I said before, let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Now, we don't know who this woman here is with Negan. We just haven't seen her before. So it looks to be a new character. We're just not sure how she fits with the story. Is she a person from the Meridian, a former Reaper? And the theories are coming out more and more and more. Someone even thinks, or I guess some people think, that this character could be Elodie. Now, if you know who she is in the comic, that's Michonne's daughter. Now, on the show, Michonne had a son and not a daughter. Could her name be Elodie? And now this person. Who is this person? I'm thinking she is an outcast from the Commonwealth that has a group of people trying to overthrow the Commonwealth. Now, is this person locking the doors or unlocking them to let our group in? Because we do know that our group is going to have some problems at the Commonwealth. Eugene looks down in the dumps. He's probably trying to figure out what happened to Stephanie, the fake Stephanie, because of the missing persons board. We'll talk about that in a second. But Eugene is a character that's going to be pretty interesting with the Commonwealth angle. And we all know that the comic is the comic and the show is the show, and there's going to be differences. Now, in the comic, Eugene meets the real Stephanie. They have a relationship. Eugene is kind of a big character for the Commonwealth angle in a good way. Here, he looks to be going against Lance Hornsby, playing private detective, missing person, Stephanie Vega. We're not sure what's happening here. What is Eugene going to uncover? I'm guessing, and a lot of people are guessing, that Stephanie was killed by Sebastian, and the Miltons get away with it because they're the people in charge, the people in power, and we all know and can agree that Sebastian is terrible, so what did he actually do? We also see our group in a weird hallway, like they're being led to an underground society. So is that person with the shaved head and the rings, and is that person leading our group to an underground area at the Commonwealth? Because everything looks great on the surface, but it's all fake, fugazi, right? It's one of those things where it doesn't make sense that everything is going so well at the Commonwealth. Could people that didn't make the cut, didn't pass inspection or processing, and they were cast aside and they weren't killed, so they came together. Now we see Maggie and Aaron working together, and Maggie has a Commonwealth rifle. So did she take it? Was she given the rifle? What's going on here? We just don't know. And then we see Aaron with a Commonwealth rifle around the school bus. And the school bus highlights a couple of different things for me. You see Aaron, and he's got his Morningstar attachment there. So he's ready to fight and battle and take out whoever's around there. And then you also see Daryl fighting a Commonwealth soldier, knocking him out with the butt of the rifle. Why are they fighting? What's going on here? Also, Daryl's being shot at the bus. So is it a misunderstanding? Is the Commonwealth hiding something and our group uncovers it? And that's going to cause problems, which we all know there's going to be problems. This is The Walking Dead, right? And our group always comes across problems. But there's the school bus and the vehicle graveyard. So what's happening here? I can't wait to find out. It should be very interesting for this show. And also Carol, what's up with Carol and the person in the Whisperer skin mask? Is it the person that she saved or the people that she saved at Hilltop? Because again, she saved those people. We didn't see them die, but some people think that she poisoned them with the mushrooms. It's hard to tell, or it's Negan or somebody else in a Whisperer skin mask. And every time I see a person of our group with a Commonwealth rifle, makes me wonder if they were given those rifles by the Commonwealth or our group took them. And it's good to see that our group has rifles and guns. You know, it would have been useful against the Whisperers, right? But again, that's just timely where it didn't happen when they weren't around at the time. So, you know, the Whisperers would have been taken out pretty quickly if they had these rifles. The other question is, why is the Commonwealth setting up outside Hilltop? And I'm guessing that Maggie goes back to live at Hilltop because it was her group, her society, her community. And she probably has a problem with Daryl potentially if she takes out Leah, and that's not going to be good for Daryl. It's not going to go well with Daryl if she takes out Leah, potentially, is what some people think. But Maggie looks to be there with Lydia, Diane, and Elijah. And then again, we see Elijah and Maggie looking on with the Commonwealth soldiers. Aaron and Father Gabriel are there looking up, and they're probably trying to talk to Maggie. But why does our group want to talk to Maggie? Or why does the Commonwealth want to talk to Maggie? Because what difference does it make? If Maggie's at the Hilltop, who cares? Why do they want to question her? Do they just want to question all parties? Did Maggie do something? Do they want to know about the Reapers? I mean, there's just a lot of questions here that we just don't know, but I'm pretty sure Maggie's going to be okay, and Herschel as well. But also, who is this person laying on the ground? You see Marco. Thank you guys for everybody said this is Marco. Marco, Elijah, and Lydia. Who are they looking at here? Is someone bit, injured, sick? Is it a whisper? Because I'm guessing if they didn't get sick or die, the whispers, they're still there living at the hilltop. Is it Alden? Where's that guy? But I see the school buses. There's more than one here. It takes me back to what's going on here in the other parts of the trailer, or it makes me think of a connection possibly, because you see Daryl fighting someone here in a classroom, in a school, and it looks to be untouched. Why does the school look so great, right? Like, who is living here? People. It would be dirty, dusty, and gross if people weren't living here. Daryl and our group, maybe they come across this other group. Maybe it's the woman that's with Negan, and they try to save them because they're just trying to live here. Daryl and our group, whoever's there, gets attacked because, you know, the people living in the classroom and surviving there, they don't know our group, so they're going to protect themselves. So the fight ensues. It's just a thought. Magna is definitely someone that interests me from the trailer because she is a person that's going to connect a couple of different story arcs potentially from the comic. And the conversation with Rosita is pretty interesting because I think one of these two characters could get a major comic book death as that they try to take over or bring down the Commonwealth, and it's probably not going to end too well. We see that Yumiko is going to be on one side and Magna is going to be on the other. I think we're going to have a divide of classes, upper society, lower society, workers, politicians, you know how that goes. And the other thing is that her job, Magna's job before the zombie apocalypse, was a truck stop waitress, I believe. So that's why she's a caterer waitress at the Commonwealth. That's what a lot of people are saying, and I agree with it, which is a nice callback. Also, Connie and Kelly, I believe, were journalists before the zombie apocalypse. So the jobs at the Commonwealth look to be the same jobs they had before the zombie apocalypse, and they could be journalists here. They kind of look that way. Do they have like media badges or something? And it looks like it's a newspaper journalist building, or at least an area at the Commonwealth, so they could have their jobs again. And this could be how they put the news out, where they put it in the news article or newspaper or journal article or whatever, and then spread it to the masses like the Commonwealth is bad, they did this, they did that, they're trying to cover things up, Sebastian's terrible. You know, they could spread the word through journalism. That's just my thought right now. And also Pamela Milton is definitely terrible. I would assume maybe she's good, maybe she's not, so I would assume one of them is going to be bad. Lance Hornsby or Pamela Milton are going to be bad, because it just makes sense that this is too good to be true. And maybe they're not like totally bad, but they have to make bad decisions or terrible decisions to save the family name, because clearly Sebastian Milton's terrible. That's got to be Princess to me in the back. Someone's saying that's not Princess. I don't know who it is. I mean, she's got a tiara on. It's kind of like they're making fun of her, but I'm guessing that's Pamela Milton's father in the painting. So the Milton name means a lot to them. High society, and I'm guessing a lot of people at the Commonwealth used to work for the Miltons, and they were saved because they worked for them. Maybe, just maybe, Lance Hornsby was passed up because he's not a Milton, and he used to work for them, and he wants to get revenge on that, and he needs our group to do that. And again, I still want Lance Hornsby or Pamela Milton to be connected with the CRM, because it's a nice way to easily fit that story arc through all three shows. We need more connections with the CRM. But again, it's just a theory right now, or theories I should say. But we know that Lance Hornsby, I'm guessing, is still going to use Eugene and or Princess because he needs their help. He can't just do the dirty work. He needs our group to do that. But who are these two? I'm guessing it's two different groups, but you never know how it's going to be connected. I'm going with they're going to be connected with the Commonwealth somehow, some way, because the last thing we need is another group just out of thin air. If it's not going to connect with Rick or Michonne or something else, why do we need just other people and other groups to come around if it's not going to progress or connect the story arcs? It just is a waste of time, in my opinion. The Reapers kind of did that, and it's a lot of filler. We don't need any more filler. So I hope these two characters really progress the story arc with the Commonwealth, maybe CRM, maybe Rick, maybe even Michonne. Maybe even Fear the Walking Dead. I don't know. I doubt Fear the Walking Dead. But it's just one of those things where I want connections and we need them now. This is part 2 of 3 and we're running out of parts. But let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Stay safe. And as always, tell them Daryl.
Yo, we love